Alrighty guys, we're back for some Bard Box 2.0, and this is part 2 of our Community Brew weekend. Yesterday, you guys dropped us a whole bunch of sweet comments and sweet suggestions for the deck, and I went ahead and implemented as many of them as possible. So we're going to go over the deck. I also added a little bit of flavor myself as well. My ad is actually Jaspera Sentinel, because of the synergy with Magda, really, there's lots of great stuff to ramp into in the deck. Oh, by the way, guys, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat, and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. Additionally, guys, we do have that sub goal of 1,000, so if you want to help us reach that goal, do consider subscribing because it is much appreciated, friends. Alright, now let's go over the deck and some of the changes from yesterday's build. So we have 3 of the Sentinel now. We have 2 Abrades. So we did add some removal, and it was a tough decision, right? We thought about some board wipes. I went ahead and chose Abrade here, though, because not only does it hit, you know, creatures if we have to, but destroy target artifact could be important because there's a lot of portable holes floating about right now. So, and Portable Hole hits Bard class, and we want Bard class, so I figured if we could get Bard class back with an Abrade, that would be game-changing, so hopefully this ends up working out then. We have a couple Goro-Goros, and if you have 3 of them, run 3 of them in this deck, because the haste is pretty important. That being said, you could get away with 2, because you also get haste from, like, the Hal and Al as well, so something to think about. Or Magdas, because I feel that the treasure off of Magda is super important, and yeah, you could run 3, but I don't know, Magda's so powerful in general. For Bard class, we got 3 Targ Nars. This is one we had 4, we went down to 3 because it's a good card, and of course being free with the Bard class is amazing and all, but we had to make room for some more cards in the deck. We got the God of Storytelling. Now, I actually only own one of these cards, unfortunately. But whenever you cast a spell, add a red source. So this could help us get a whole bunch done. So essentially, imagine we're popping off with Bard class, and we're just playing all these spells out, getting a bunch of red mana. And then you could do stuff like with Goro-Goro, give all of your creatures haste with that red mana, that kind of thing. Or if you get so much of it, you might as well just create a dragon spirit, because why not, right? We have 4 Kodamas. We had 3 yesterday. We got 4 today. I do think that trample is that important, and the ramp is pretty important now in this version of the deck too. So yeah, 4 of them. 4 Mirror Box, which pretty much helps us justify running 4 ofs of these legendary cards, right? Yeah, we did not cut any of those, obviously. We got 1 Kolvori, God of Kinship. Now, again, I only own 1 of these, unfortunately, but it's a pretty sweet card. So as long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures, Kolvori gets +4/+2 and has Vigilance. Okay, so it could be a 6/6 then. Which is pretty spicy, and then the ability could come in handy too. So tap colorless and a green, then tap the card. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a legendary creature card. From among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then also, if we need the extra mana, we could play it as the Ringheart Crest as well, which is pretty cool, because you can essentially use the green mana for any of your legendary creatures, which I don't know how often we're actually going to use the artifact version of this card, but you never know. Of course, we kept the 4 Hal and Als because it is just too powerful. This is, I would consider this the best card in the deck, right? Because it's ridiculous. Because especially when X is equal to Haladal's power, so when it comes down, maybe you got multiple Bard classes or something. Maybe you got the Mirror Box, you know? It's equal to its power. So you're just slamming a ton of counters on another creature and giving it haste. And then if you got, like, Kodama out there, it has trample too. It's ridiculous. I really hope we get to pop off in some games, because yesterday we did really well in the matches overall. and the deck win rate was really good. We just didn't really get to see like the whole Bard class combo just really pop off and do something extreme, right? So we went down to Vorinclex. We have 2 of them. You know, three was a lot, let's be real. Especially for a 6-mana creature. But now we have 2 World Sculptors as well. And this is super spicy, guys, because essentially the landfall works wonders with Kodama. And yeah, this was... everyone's suggestions yesterday were really good, by the way. I really liked it. You guys dropped a whole bunch of really important synergies, which is just awesome. So yeah, the landfall off of this, you get to put 4 +1/+1 counters on target plant you control. And so for this card, we actually went up some basic land. We cut the creature lands completely. And now for legendary, we only have the Who Endures, because it's actually a pretty important one, being able to hit artifacts, enchantments, or non-basic lands, right? So yeah, that's the changed version of the deck. Honestly, every time we do these Community Brew weekends, I always feel that the second day, the deck always looks better. Like, I personally feel like this version of the deck looks like it'll perform a lot better. But you never know. Let's go hop into some normal play mode and have some fun and see how it goes, guys. Ooh, right into the first match. Let's go. That took like less than 5 seconds. Bit of a longer intro today. You guys will have to let me know. Do you like the longer intros? Like, you know, that was like 6 minutes. I try to shoot for about 4 minutes while talking about the deck, but if you guys like me to talk more about the deck, let me know. That might be a poll here coming up in the future to see what everyone prefers. So this isn't the best hand, but it's keepable, especially like we're not in ranked or anything. Like, we can definitely pull this off, you know? Slam that down because we don't got a 1-drop. Okay, so is it Goro-Goro or Targnar? I think Goro-Goro. Because we can give Targnar haste next turn now that we have the second red source. Okay. Opponent is thinking, so I'm going to feed my koi fish. Maybe. There we go. I can't wait till I get the red koi fish, guys. I don't know when we get it. Should be coming up here soon, I hope. Okay, so Kami of Transience. What are you doing here in normal play mode? Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to swing right into that. I accept all trades into the Kami of Transience. Because it can grow far beyond what we have. Like, this would have been a turn if we had the Abrade in our hand, we would have used it. Or maybe we would have saved it for their lifelink when it drops. Yeah, they're naturalist, right? That might be a better one to take out. Weaver of Harmony as well. Okay. So this doesn't look like the runes build, but it could be. But it looks like it's going to be Selesnya Enchants, which is better for us, I would say. Okay, Magda. Yeah, boy, we got a lot of lands right out the gate, huh? I think I'm completely okay with another swing. So they're going to block with the Naturalist. That being said, they don't know what we have in our hand. I think it's okay to swing here because we get a treasure token. And then next turn we can drop World Sculptor and get a bunch of plants. Which I think that's okay. What do you guys think? So here's how this works, right? If we full swing, we get 4 through, and they block with the Naturalist with one of them. I doubt they block there. So I think it's Magda. Like, they don't know if we have a play with fire in hand. So the full reason that we swing with Magda here, one, they might take it, which would be really good for us. But then, yeah, World Sculptor next turn is much better, especially since this was such a slow hand. Yeah, so yesterday we got to see Bard class every single match, so it makes sense. Okay, so they actually do take the damage, which is really good for us. Like I said, it was a possibility. They didn't know what's in our hand, and it is dangerous sometimes to just block, expecting a red source not to be anything, you know? Very nice opponent. I will double block into the Naturalist if they swing here. Spirited Companion. I think they want to play it safe, though. They want to just swing with the Kami of Transience. Very nice. Nice. Drawing a couple cards here is huge. Yeah, I like this. This is just Selesnya Enchants, which is nice. Yep, so we're going to take the 6. Okay, so Mirror Box, that's good. So we're going to go Forest. World Sculptor, we get 4 plants here. So those could chump. Now we wait and we try to get Mirror Box down next turn, so that way all these get a little boost. There's super unfortunate plays that the opponent could do on this turn. Like a really easy one is just remove the World Sculptor with like a Borrowed Time or something along those lines. Because World Sculptor is one of the cards. Well, it depends. It depends. Let's see what they do first. Another Weaver of Harmony. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Making me regret not putting in the Burn Down the House right about now. I mean, even if we did, we haven't seen the Abrade either, so there's no guarantee we would have seen the burn. Okay, Reign of Truth. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say a 16/16 Kami of Transience is enough to do us in here. It forces a huge block from us. And there's no way to actually take out the Kami of Transience, so this is a full swing for the opponent. Oh, yeah. Well, there goes the World Sculptor, and that's huge. This is still a full swing from the opponent, easy. Like, don't just swing with the Kami of Transience, because we're at 10. Okay, so... So we'll go ahead and block with all of our plants and see we're still taking 14 damage here. Which means we have to... so here we're still taking 10 damage, so we're still dead. So here we're taking 9 damage. 7 blockers. Yeah, so, I mean, we could have mulliganed this game. That's fine. Opponent really popped off, which is cool. We didn't get our Mirror Box or our Bard class for that matter, but that's okay. We'll go right into the next match and be happy about it. Yeah, I think they're seeing now that they should have full swung. Nice. Vorinclex. That's sweet. Swing. Easy block, easy. I mean, they should block with their 1/1s too to kill it. That works too, though. Oh, there you go. Yeah, good game, buddy. That was a good one. We'll let them swing it out in case they have their quest. it's important whenever I can, whenever the match is like isn't taking too long or anything like that. I try to let opponents play it out, because there have been many times where I've been like one attack away from finishing a quest or something like that, and then I just, you know, sometimes you're crunched on time. All right, we go first. No Bard class, no Mirror Box in the hand once again. Yeah, I guess this one's a mulligan. We want to try to see our Bard class. Okay, yeah, we'll keep, and we'll send an Abrade, I guess. I think that's fine. It's a better hand than the first one, because at least we have a chance of like playing multiple things out. The other hand, we would have needed 4 land to do most of those things, so. Okay, Ranger class. Oh, nice. So we did end up getting the 3rd land for this. Kodama over the Abrade is much better, so we're gonna wait. Yeah, this is what I was talking about yesterday, though. Like, yesterday we just got lucky seeing Bard class every match. The reason Jank is in the title is the fact that you need to see the Bard class, or the Mirror Box in this instance, right? Whoa, look at this. Opponent rocking a Shrine deck, maybe? We might want to take that out. Okay, so the Abrade coming in handy here. That's good. Do this before combat, and a full swing is fine, because a trade with Goro-Goro is 100% okay. And if they don't trade, we get to ramp pretty heavily here. So we have the other Goro-Goro. Oh, none of them are modified. I'm so used to having the Bard class now. Yeah, be careful with that. I was like, oh yeah, we get to ramp. That'll be good. But nah. Okay, level 2 Ranger class. Okay, so we can get the Goro-Goro down. Yeah, none of these have trample, and none of them are modified, so... Yeah, really bad hands, really bad draws so far, but that's okay. We'll do our best to get there. So Jugen defends the temple. Is this mono green enchantments? Because if so, I really like it, opponent. That's a pretty sick. That's pretty sick. See if they we should have done that before, but I was gonna say let's see if they double trade into the Kodama, but yeah, they get some counters this turn, so taking the damage makes a lot more sense. A beautiful example as to why, like, if we would have had just the 3 Kodamas, then we wouldn't be stuck with 2 of them in hand right now. But, oh, nice, nice, really good draw. Really, really good draw. So now the question is, do we still swing with the Kodama? They have 3 green sources open over there. There's a good chance that they could have something. I think this is actually... It's unfortunate because their shrine continues to grow each turn. And they do get a remnant of the Rising Star next turn too. But I think we hold off, because Kodama's about to buff itself with the Mirror Box. Yeah, really, really unfortunate hands here, but we'll see. The opponent's decks have been good, though. The, like this one, like mono green, as far as I can tell, like mono green enchantments or something. That's pretty neat. I never thought, like, have the green shrine, because, you know, it's an enchantment creature. It makes sense. I mean, that's what I'm assuming, at least. I don't know if that's actually what it is. Alright, we're gonna attempt some swings here, guys. They don't know what's in our hand for the 1 potential red source card. At this point, is probably okay to swing with everything. the main reason being, they're at 11, first of all. So if they don't go Shrine into one of the Kodamas for a trade, or potentially like play a card from their hand to protect it. Okay, Inscription of Abundance. Yeah, so that hits one of the Kodamas. And then, see, like these two, they don't want to trade into these two necessarily. So they might... Okay, so they're taking 8 damage. So that's perfect. Perfect reason as to why it is a full swing. Because now, if they get greedy, we have the other Kodama in hand and the ability to give it haste. So what we don't want to see is a 5th mana from the opponent and then a full-blown kicked Inscription of Abundance ruining our day. That's what we don't want to see. Oh. Oh. This is a Gruul deck. They didn't have their red source. Okay, so both of us were having a bad hand, huh? Yeah, so the other Kodama's dead. I would have targeted the Goro-Goro. That way we could have blocked. Because now if they, again, same concept. If they get greedy, swing with even one of these. They do not. They are smart about it. So we want to see a creature off the top that can do 3 damage. That we can also cast for, like, almost nothing and then give it haste. Well, that'll do it, but... Unfortunately, that just goes right into the shrine here. Look at the shrine, man. The shrine's putting in work. I like that opponent. I don't know. I've not seen anyone play that, but I really like it. Okay, so they're at 3, so we don't want them to build up too much. That being said, I think the answer is to go wide. So we can't swing. So if they end up fighting again this turn, then it's not looking great for us until they get greedy and swing in. This is a card that I've been playing around with for the last week or so, and again, I haven't really seen anyone play with it. I think this is the first time I've seen an opponent play with it. But I've been playing around with it, and it's actually pretty darn good. Okay, so more removal. Aha, my creatures have haste. Yeah, they're not going to let their guard down, it seems. Oh, no, the other Kodama. Okay, now hold up. They might let their guard down. Because that's 12 damage, man. Swing in. Get that damage through. There's no haste in the deck. No, they're smart. They're playing this very smart. Ow. Okay, Vorinclex does not get that 3 through. Remnant. Oh wait, yes it does. Unless they have an Inscription of Abundance handy in hand. Right? Because Mirrorbox actually makes this 7. So yeah, let's see if the opponent has it. Do you have what you need to survive this 3 damage? They do not! Let's go! We got lucky, man. We got lucky. That was a good game, though. I don't know. I really like the opponent's deck. Yeah, Gruul Enchantments is my assumption. Arnie Slays the Troll. Keep your eye on this card, guys, because I personally think it's actually pretty good. And the decks that I'll showcase with it, like, are super aggressive. I have some decks planned. I don't know if that'll be next week or the week after, but at some point here soon, you will see me play with this card, and I think it's pretty spicy. Okay, opponent goes first, and this is the best hand of the evening. We got the Bard class finally, so that's good. We're gonna keep this. Nice. It does suck that the opponent went first, but... Okay, so no 1-drop. We're gonna go Rockfall here. Alright, depending on what we draw, we go right into Bard class. So it looks like they're going for... Yeah. They got a... They got a ninjutsu build, which is super scary, especially since... Yeah, especially since they went first. That's a shame. Because there are so many ways that they can actually control this game, which is scary. Right, in this sense, you guys might think, well, getting a blocker down to block into the thief might be better, but I personally think setting up the Bard class combo as soon as possible is better. Because the faster we can start to spam creatures out there, the faster we can hopefully just deal the extra damage to them. Wind Robber. Okay. So, Kodama, nice. So it's gonna be Bard class. Is it Goro-Goro or Magda? I think Goro-Goro can save for a surprise next turn. Either way, Targ comes down. And I suppose the Magda as well. And if they don't have removal for the Bard class here, then next turn's pretty spicy, because even if they get rid of our creatures, or if we end up blocking in or something like that, we can go Kodama, Goro-Goro, and then give them haste, and then get a really spicy swing and ramp from it too. Yeah, so I'm expecting another Prosperous Thief to drop down here. Ooh, Biting Palm Ninja, way worse, way worse, yeah. So they definitely do this ability, and Kodama's out of here, man. Kodama is not surviving that one. Nice opponent, nice. Okay, hopefully we don't draw land, because that'll be awful. Okay, Fading Hope doesn't do a whole lot. We can give it haste. Not like we want to. We're close to death here, guys. We ended up drawing that land that I hoped that we didn't draw. So that sucks, I guess. We'll keep that land a secret for now. So we'll go Goro-Goro. We'll go Magda. We'll play the mountain. Are we dead? Are we gonna die next turn? I don't think so. They have 6 on the board. I don't know how they can aggressively get that extra 5 through. So we're just gonna try to out aggro them. So we're gonna give them haste. Get a pretty powerful swing here, because Targ buffs everything. Yeah, it's a pretty big swing. So blocking the Goro-Goro would be wise. Okay, now I am scared that we're just gonna die next turn. They're down to 8. Let's see. We know they have Fading Hopes, so there's like... Yeah. Let's see what happens. They could have that card that costs 4 mana, right? And then they could copy the Prosperous Thief. I think that's only an extra 4 damage, though. I think. Uh-oh, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, or they could copy the Biting Palm Ninja. That would be cool, too. Either one. Yeah, Thousand Face Shadow, that's what it's called. Jeez, I've played enough with it to now. Oh no, it's only an extra 1 because they had to bounce 1 back. I'm not mathing these out properly, guys. I apologize for that. Couple treasures and get some blockers down. Because, yeah, we don't have the Kodama for trample, so that's pretty huge, actually. Fading Hope, so we can actually just give that haste again. So without having, like, actual removal for a Goro-Goro, yeah. It does make us recast it, but 1 blocker, That's not gonna do it. Need another blocker. Ooh. Alright. Well, we're gonna go Goro-Goro. That's a pretty good draw. Oh, we could have done that in a different order. I apologize. We don't need the extra mana anyways. Creatures gain haste. Pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Look at that. A lot of damage, guys. Good game, opponent. Alright guys, here's the deck list again, and overall I played 5 matches and we ended up with a 40% total win rate, so I lost 3 and won 2, and those last 2 matches are probably the matches that you won't see in the video. As you guys know, I like to keep the videos between 30 and 40 minutes. And those last matches were pretty long and relatively miserable overall. We didn't get to see Bard class or Mirror Box in either of those matches, but I'm bringing that up now just so you guys know, because that happens, and unfortunately, it does happen a lot with these types of decks. The deck has to be able to perform without Bard class and without Mirror Box, and that's kind of the struggle of getting some of these decks to work, right? Because yeah, yesterday we just got lucky. We got lucky seeing Bard class every single game. That being said, there's a lot in here that makes it so that way it could do decent without seeing Bard class. You know, the Sentinel was actually super important here, as well as the Birgi too. Just being able to still cast out all of your creatures even without having the Bard class, you know, there's a certain amount of power there behind that, right? Yeah, I don't know what else I would change. I still think maybe 3 Goro-Goros would be good. If you don't see Bard class, another way to give counters onto your creatures so that way Kodama can still have like this whole trample effect and still have this whole ramp ability. So yeah, another way to give counters might be good for the deck as well. Other than that, hey, if you made it this far into the video, you guys are champions and I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.